Debbie and I have been at the nursing home a lot with her mom lately. We came home yesterday about 8:30 or 9 in the evening, just beat to take a rest. About 2 o'clock in the morning, the telephone rang, and it was the nursing home saying that Debbie's mom had passed away, so that by, 2:30 we were back down there and holding her body and waiting for a mortuary and doing all of those things that you do. By 3:30, we were aware that we kept on being asked the same question for, 4 days, 5 days. People would come in, they would take her pulse, doctors, the nurses, the healthcare workers. They would take her blood pressure and they'd say, she's so weak, we can't even find a pulse, we can't even find blood pressure. Said, is there anyone that she's waiting to see? Is there anyone that she's holding on to? Have you given her permission to die? Because she should be gone by now. And we'd say, no, everyone's been here. Her family's flown in from out of state. Everything's happened. And then we left. And she passed away. And we're all alone just an hour or two into the day. And it occurred to us the one thing she'd been waiting for was 7 years ago today that her youngest grandson, Dustin, died. And I've never been much of one to believe in all of those things, that someone's waiting for someone or someone's holding out for this one moment. But when it occurred to me that it was the anniversary of Dustin's death, a death that just broke Mom to pieces when it happened, didn't hesitate for a minute to think, yeah, she was waiting for that moment to go just beyond the veil, for that moment to where she could make sure that this was her time, and that she could be with Dustin, her youngest grandson. She could be with Gary, her son. She could be with Dad, her husband. She could be with family again, Nancy, her sister. She could be with her mom and her dad. There could be this moment of reunification, that great cloud of witnesses that's drawn together. I believe in that. That's a celebration of Easter. It's been sad around the household for the last month as Mom's been going downhill. Tuesday morning we'll have funeral services for her and we'll miss her. She lived with us for 4 years. But there's a certain joy in knowing that the family's gathering together again. And there's a certain oddness about all of our parents being gone now. A certain quality of next. That silence of just beyond the veil of what waits when the veil is torn in two that we celebrate at Easter. And all of us are together again. Death doesn't have to be that which breaks your heart. Death doesn't have to be that which crushes us. Death can be that moment, like Mom waiting till it was exactly the right time for her to be there, and our hearts broken over the tragic loss of Dustin 7 years ago could celebrate on a reunification that's taking place in heaven today. Whisper a prayer. Know that I'm praying for you. And for those of you who are facing loss in your own lives, for those of you who have lost hope, for those of you who no longer lift your eyes to the heavens and struggle to believe in something that's beyond who we are here and now, I would encourage you to lift your eyes beyond who you are. There's so much more out beyond what we believe. And for almost all of us, there's someone that's waiting just beyond the veil. And for each of us, the Lord is waiting. God is waiting, and He's calling on you, and He's calling on me. You're invited to come home. Miss your mom. I love you. Say hi to Dustin and the entire family. Hug Mom and Dad for me. I'll meet you in the morning.